slight technical issue today. I'm not really sure what's going on with Facebook. I feel like every time I think I've got it figured out, they start moving things around. My counter is not going on live, but I do see somebody joining in, so I think I'm streaming okay. So hello, Bernadette. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so people are popping in, so it must be working now. I don't know what, it was looking weird when I was typing in my words. But anyways, it is cat week, and like I said and promised, I showed my little cat. You guys were all right. Whiskers, my kitty was missing whiskers, and my daughter looked at me like I was crazy to forget the kitty whiskers, but we've got some whiskers on this guy. He's super cute, super easy to do, so we're gonna just get right to it and go ahead and create this fun little kitty. Now I am using my pens today because they dry super fast. You can definitely do this one easily with a brush. I'm gonna move him to this side for people joining in late so you can see what we're doing. And we're gonna do our kitty on this rock right here. And I'm gonna adjust here just a little bit. I'm really close up. I might have to back up my camera just a smidge. And so this might be a slightly bumpy ride for you, so I apologize. Off my game today. You guys can see my messy desk. There we go. That's a little bit better. That way I'm not hitting the phone with my pans as I get going. So I'm going to do another gray kitty cat. You could do these in whatever colors that you like. I was thinking about doing a black cat, but then I would have to maybe make gray lines for the outside of his paws. So we're going to go with gray because I know it looks cute, and we'll get him close to this. So it's more of a cartoony cat. So the shapes can be exaggerated a little bit. Do a nice wide oval face and get that filled in so that it can start drying, and then you can do 2 coats if you possibly need 2 coats. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Kind of depends on the rock. I'm finding the longer that I'm painting rocks, the kind of rock you have will really make a difference in how your paint lays on and how many coats it possibly needs. Some rocks will absorb more paint than others. And that's just plain and simple. So once you've got your oval, we're gonna go ahead and add on our ears. Now I like my ears to start all the way on the outside edges of our kitty cat. Just go ahead and block those out from the outside edge. And you could go along and do this as an outline first with your black if you're more comfortable with that, but I feel like it's more forgiving if you're working with your inside, and then you can trace around the outside at the end. Now for his body, you're gonna basically do a big U shape. And you can make him as long and skinny as you want. I know some cats are super fat cats, and you could easily change this to a fat cat shape and give him a nice plump little wide belly, more of a pear shape. But for my kitty, I'm making him nice and lean and skinny. So we'll go ahead and fill that in like so. And we'll also give them a little tail curling off. And this is another reason why it's nice to do this beforehand, because you can actually have your tail go through your kitty cat like so, so that you know that it's kind of connected. Okay, and you can make that as wide of a tail as you want, and then just kind of go back through this area. You can kind of blend that through just like so. There we go. Go over this area one more time, and over this area one more time. So I'm working on a gray rock. I want to make sure that that comes off really well. Now we're going to let that dry just a little bit, and then we're going to start adding some of our features to our kitty cat. So I'm going to keep the gray off to the side here because you might need it for touching up once you've got everything else in there. I've got a light pink that I'm using in my ears and for my nose. So just go in those triangle ears and add a small triangle on the inside, like so. And then we're going to do an upside down triangle for the nose here. Like that. That was still a little wet with gray, so I picked up a little gray, but that's okay. I'm just going to doodle it off on the side. See how it was gray there? See how easily that doodles off the tip of your pen? And we'll go in and add a second coat. These do dry fast. I guess not quite that fast. So we're also going to go in and add our legs and our outline as well. So we're gonna start with our legs. Now, simple legs, these are, like I said, this isn't a super realistic cat. He's kind of a cartoony looking cat. So I've got my skinny legs here. We're just gonna do 4 quick lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then I'm gonna just do little ovals at the tips of the feet, about 3 on each side, just to give them those little paws. And once those dry, we'll add little gray dots into those as well. So while that's drying, I'm just gonna start outlining part of my cat. That gray was still a little wet, so I'm gonna let that dry. I didn't give my first cat a collar. I don't know why. I guess when I had a cat once in my life, didn't wear a collar like my dog, but you could easily add a cute collar, maybe a rhinestone collar, whatever your kitty would like to wear. So, my dog is, oh, my dog's in my room and trying to get out. She just shut herself in. Now she's at the door, so I'm gonna let her sneak out. I'm a dog person. I have a dog now. I don't have any cats. Go on, honey. All right, so we've got our basic outline. Now, as far as the rest of our face goes, you're just gonna make a J for one side, and then match that on the other side. And I am gonna outline my nose here just to make it pop a little bit more. And I like my sleepy kitty because that's all I remember when I had cats, is they seem to sleep all the time. So we've got that. I am gonna outline my ears there, like so. And we must not forget again, whiskers. Just a couple, just very lightly put it on there and pull them out. We're gonna go in with our gray and just very lightly dab dots in each paw. So you still have that outline. Make sure the legs go all the way down. I went over on that one just a smidge. But that's it. That's the kitty cat. Now I've got his tail coming off a little bit different. No 2 kitty cats will be exactly alike, even if you're going off the same cat. Their face shapes can be different, their body shapes can be different. However you want your kitty to be. Now, yesterday when I posted what my cat was missing, people had lots of actual really fun ideas of things that you could add as well. Ball of yarn, a fun little saying, you could add claws, collars, whatever your kitty cat needs. But this is just kind of a basic idea to get you started. I didn't go back in with my pink and it's driving me nuts. Let me fix that. This is just a basic idea to get you started. So a jumping point so that you can do a kitty for Kitty Week if you didn't have an idea of what you wanted to do. And always, always, always come back. Share your kitties in the comments below. I'm out of screen here. I'm just re-outlining this just a smidge because I went over my line. But come back, leave your kitties in the comments below. I love to see the rocks being done. And make sure you're following the page and turn on notifications or subscribe or whatever you need to do so that you can follow along with more tutorials. We usually do a couple each week. And I did leave links in the comments if you want to look at pens or anything else like that. So everybody have a wonderful day. This probably will be my last time on this week, so have a wonderful weekend as well. Bye.